Hello, my name is Chris Shea, financial advisor with BPS Financial Services. This is the participant guide in association with the educational seminar on charging it right. Hopefully you've taken that class already, and now you'll be able to see the participant guide, get a little more visuals on this, download it, have it for yourself. Table of contents, pretty quickly, we're going to go through the same types of stuff that we went through on the seminar, but you're going to have the ability to fill in some of the blanks that we talked about in this participant guide. So start, again, we're going to go over the ability for you to define credit, explain why it's important, go through everything once again we talked about in the seminar. Then you get some student materials here, checklist, tip sheets, Q&A. You'll be able to walk you through it. That. Once you take a pre-test, you can do this in your time. Go through these questions, see what you know in advance of getting through this participant guide. Again, there's 10 questions. It's not pass fail. It's what you know. Answer the questions, get through it. Here's an overview of credit set of circumstance. Talks about all the information of why it can be useful. And then it talks about buying a new car. Okay. And ultimately asks questions. What can the lender do if you don't pay back the money that you borrowed? Hopefully you have the answer for that. Credit cards. What are they used for? Credit cards versus debit cards. There's a whole chart in here. You can walk through it yourself, look at it, make sure you understand it, the pros and cons of a credit card versus a debit card. Other cards, prepaid cards, secured, unsecured credit cards, we talked about that. Gold and platinum cards, reward cards, there's a ton of them out there. Pre-approved cards, all of them are here for your definitions. Take a look at it. We talk about shopping for the best deal. Look for APRs on purchases, balance transfer, cash advances, penalties. Look at all the fees that are included. There can be a lot of them. Find out what the best one is for you and shop around. Figure out what your best credit card is for your circumstances. Okay. Again, we talked about this in the presentation. Terms, factors, customer service, additional protection may be out there, credit limits, all things we need to talk about. Credit card comparison chart. This is where you can take this, put down multiple credit cards, see them side by side, or if you're like me, you can build a spreadsheet, but we've gotten it started for you. Okay, again, there's some tips at the bottom. Beware of the introductory rates. Make sure that where the fixed and variable and penalty APRs, they might kick in at some point in time if you miss a payment. All right. Don't go crazy when you start off with a credit card. If it's your first one, start small, build your credit. You'll get better offers over time. Applying for the credit cards. If you're done applying for credit cards for right now, you can opt out of being sent a multitude of them in the mail. And again, for the application, there's individual, there's joint. If you're under 21, you're going to have someone sign for you in most cases. So be on the lookout for that when applying. We talked about the 4 C's: capacity, capital, character, collateral. When credit decisions are made, where creditors look at your credit score. We got a whole presentation on credit scores and understanding them. And if you got no credit, you're a mystery. Start to get some credit. People will be able to give you better offers. Look for ways to start your credit journey. Free annual credit report. Again, the ability to get one. It's out there. Annualcreditreport.com. Get your information via phone. You can do it via mail. The address is here. You can also talk to Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. They've got to give you one every year as well. Okay. Annual credit request form. We've got one here. You can print this out, make use of it. Again, get your report. It's a good thing for you. Credit scores, FICO scores, Vantage scores. We'll go through that. If your credit's denied, we talked about that in the presentation. You're able to get your report for free, even if you already got one for the year. Credit card statement. There's 6 sections: summary, payment, counseling statement, interest charges, transactions, and the interest charge calculation. We've laid them out here. Okay. Changes to the interest rate, payment information from a sample credit card. Look for these sections, get yourself educated, know what you're looking at in the credit report. Now, companies have to have a minimum payment and maximum payment or additional payments, and the difference in the interest and time to pay it off. Take a look at that. Again, we went through an example in the presentation on 3 years, 8 years, 23 years to pay off $500,000, $2,500 based upon 18%. And you see at the bottom, if you had $24 or $41, the great amount of time saved, and addition, the amount of interest that you don't have to pay. Look to pay more than the minimum. It's in your best interest. Okay. There's a whole list here of tips for using your credit card responsibly. I'm not going to read them all to you. You're adults. Take a look, read through this, make sure that you're doing it responsibly, because it is money that you are owing back to someone. Okay. Houston, we may have a problem or issues or challenges, whatever word suits for you. Read the examples, figure out what you want to do. If the person's going to continue to use a credit card as described, what's going to happen? Write it down. If you got questions, feel free to get back to me. I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Correcting credit problems. Talk to the banks, talk to your credit card companies, get the documentation there. If your card's lost or stolen, file a police report, contact your credit card company, go from there. Hopefully now you've learned some more things. We got a post test, 10 questions as well. Hopefully you score better on the post test. They did in the pre-test. You've gotten to learn some things. We've got a glossary here, all the terms, so you have the definitions in front of you. This is very helpful for a lot of people because they learn by reading the definitions. I know we go through things quickly in the presentation, so we try and give you some help here with the glossary. Further information, you can contact me, get the FDIC, U.S. Financial Literacy Commission, FTC, National Foundation for Credit Counseling. All these are at your disposal as well. And here's their contact information. And did I get it right on charging it right? Was it helpful? Let me know before and after the training if you want. Give me some feedback. I'd love to hear about ways I can improve myself. But hopefully this participant guide is going to be useful to you as you go through your understanding credit journey.